Hello and welcome to Cheeseman Championships. My name is Cristal and I'm very happy that you are here again to see what predictions we have for today's games. And I promise they are the games of today. I understand that the video I posted yesterday included the Pacers and the Bucks, which still stands. All of those predictions are still very, very true. If you have not seen that video and you want to know what happens with the Pacers and Bucks today, I will link that in the description below. So watch the first half of it. Those still stand. I will not be doing a repeat or a redo of that one because that's that. So I will apologize to those who are Knicks and Pistons fans because I did not do the video for y'all. So I apologize. I really thought that the slate was going to be just as, Saturday for some reason. So that is my fault. I completely apologize. We live and we learn. It's absolutely growing pain. And now I'll, just have my schedule ready. It's not that I'm not on top of the games. Playoffs, there's so many happening, every single day. But also, yesterday was a day. I got home from school, did the readings right away, and that's why I was, assuming that the Bucks would be playing. Anyways, the thoughts still stand. Description for that video is below, so go ahead and watch it. The second part of that video talks about the Clippers and the Nuggets game. I will not go into detail with that until the video I have for them for Game 3 predictions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with today's games, today's slates. And I promise, I confirmed that they're tonight's games. Let's go ahead and get started. The first game tonight will be the Pacers and the Bucks. And like I said, check that video to see the predictions for that game. I have my thoughts for that game as well. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the Grizzlies and the Thunder. I don't know if y'all saw that game on Saturday. That was an ass whooping. That was so bad. Grizzlies were not connecting their shots whatsoever. The honorable mention was given because the OKC bench outscored the Grizzlies starters, which, cool, good for you. That shows more that you have an in-depth team versus, an MVP player. This notion is always thrown out there. If you put Shea on the Nuggets, would the Nuggets still be where they're at today? And if you put Jokic with OKC, there's no doubt that they would win a ship. There's no doubt in my mind that they would win a ship. And that's what you have to consider when it comes to MVP, everyone wants to talk about Shea's points, but Jokic has been doing amazing work, literally averaging a triple-double this season. He's the first of centers to be doing the shit that he's doing, but it's all played out, right? It's all just redundant, so therefore they want to give it to Shea. Whatever, I just wanted to give him a little shout out for going 1-7 and shooting for a little bit. Finished off with his 15 points. 15 points. Good for you, sir. Good for you. I hope that you have a great game today. But just to see what happens, let's go ahead and dig in with my cards. For those of you who were not witness to the video yesterday, basically I introduced this new deck. And this is an Oracle deck. This is the nicer version of a tarot deck. They like to be nice to you, give you things very soft, sweet, simple, versus a tarot deck is I don't give a fuck about hurting your feelings. I am going to tell you how it is. So I am also going to read based on first, second quarter, then the third and the fourth quarter. This way I can kind of see the dynamic of how the game flows. Now, again, take everything with the, grain of salt. Free will, believe what you want to believe, whatever doesn't resonate at all, just throw it out into the sphere. It's fine. And anything that I say, for example, I could be saying a player and you could probably be thinking of a different player. So if I'm talking about Ja, it could easily be Shea, or it could easily be Shet. It could be either of those players, but this is just prominent to me. It's what's sticking out to me. And you can have your thoughts. Again, comment, let me know what your thoughts are regarding what you interpret my reading to be and we'll go from there. Whoa. First quarter, we have the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Fool. Okay. What I am getting here is that there's a rookie? Maybe? a young player, young player who decides to just say fuck it and we're gonna see what we can do. Like they let go of what's been worrying them and what's been like on their mind lately, or just about the nerves it could be. So this is what makes me believe that it's a rookie, because the Fool symbolizes somebody new energy, just like going with the flow, like whatever. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, which is what the Fool represents. And then we have the Ten of Wands over here, and it symbolizes to let go of something. He's holding on to those things, and you can tell that it's pretty like straining on him. So this card is symbolizing like let go of something. Let go of something that has no longer been serving you. And I believe that there's a young player, a young teammate who comes in, probably like one that was very unexpected. Desmond Bane is kind of young, and he didn't do super well in game 1. I don't see Ja maybe like letting go of the tension. I'm seeing more Grizzlies energy, obviously, since OKC didn't come in dominating, unless it's Chet, because he's not a rookie, but he's also very, very young. But I'm getting more, like I said, Grizzlies energy, because they have that pain from game 1 still. It's pain, bro. I don't know if y'all saw that score. That shit was embarrassing. Like, it was an ass whooping again. Like, there's no other way to say it. So I believe a better head on their shoulders walking into this game. However, there's going to be a lot of like options, a lot of like things that are going to like maybe not go their way, which makes them have to like maneuver, make them have to like try to figure certain shit out. We have the Star, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Whoever had that same energy in the first quarter, there's gonna be a shift of energy, okay? And it's gonna feel like it happens later on when we're getting closer to the second half. And the reason why I'm seeing this is because first we got this girl, Two of Swords, and then we got the Star, you know? So I think that OKC might have a comfortable lead in the second quarter, but then someone, and I'm not saying that this person will bring the lead closer, possibly, but like this is a Knight of Wands, and this person just brings in that fire intensity, and I just for the life of me cannot tell if it's OKC or if it's the Grizzlies. But they're gonna put the game away in the second quarter. The game will be put away by the second quarter. So it is possible that fucking OKC comes back again and fucking dominates the way that they did. Or it could be someone from the Grizzlies. And it's just one key player that stands out. I don't see that cohesiveness of a team. Not yet. One player's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go in because no one else seems to get their head in the fucking game. But they need to... So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna heal us, which is what the Star means. Like, I'm not gonna look back. I'm not going to focus on what happened in game 1. We still have so much of this game to go, so let's continue doing it. So either OKC takes it by second quarter, or there's going to be someone from the Grizzlies. Again, I think it's a young player who's going to come in and be like, no, we are not done here. I'm like looking in to see if Eddie could be the... I'm not a fan of Eddie, yo. Like, he's good, but I'm just like, oh my God. He's not my favorite. Sorry, I'm reading for third quarter now. We got the Eight of Swords. Got a lot of players in their head still. A lot of them have not moved on from that first game. Ooh, we might have a little fightsies. I saw that in the, not even the first reading. I saw it in the series forecast of it. I saw like fights. I saw like bickering. And that wasn't necessarily a lot of the case this game 1. But I think because... the tensions are high with some of the Grizzlies, you know, just they're so pissed off over what happened that, you know, I could see them getting a little chirpy and stuff. We got the Justice card here. Royal, regal ass woman. We love her. She's great. So, she is great, but I'm thinking it more in the way of like refs now for some reason. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a call that kind of, well, it could be justified. You know, maybe OKC could be getting all the calls in the first half, you know? And second half, Justice is like, okay, you're done, OKC. Let's start giving some calls to the Grizzlies. or maybe some people, there could be some teas, like, some people could be ejected, possibly. And this is why I'm seeing it. The Five of Wands usually means, like, petty arguments, like, a lot of people talking, and a lot of, like, with the wands being there, being more action, it's a possibility that there could be a fight, and again, an ejection, and that's where the Justice cards comes in, or it can just, like, you know, it's an interesting, dynamic change. Like, not a fierce one. It seems like everything's just kind of like, okay, we got to bring, like, regulation back to the field. Again, it's so funny comparing some of these readings, because yesterday for, like, Clippers and Nuggets, like, I knew for a fact that shit was gonna be fucking close. Like, and here, it seems like even though there might be an ass whooping, people will, like, there's still, like, high energy and stuff like that, but it's not giving me... Okay, OKC will be taking this game as well. They're just gonna come dominating. You know, we got the Nine of Pentacles here. Very happy-go-lucky lady, woman. And she is, like, she has the pentacles around her and stuff. And not only that, like, she's, like, showing it off. And she's like, oh my god, you know, it's great. I feel great in it. And that is exactly how Thunder will feel after this game. It's like, we did it, you know, like, 2 more. And, like, let's sweep that shit. You know, we got the sun here. Ooh, ooh, so bright for the camera. But as you can see, like, it's so bright. It screams happiness. And with the Page of Swords being here, maybe there's another little... There's so many swords. Swords involves ideas. It involves your thoughts. It involves you, like, speaking out about certain things. So that's why I sense, like, there could be a lot of, like, chirping in this game. But at the end, the people who will be chirping with the win looks like it'll be the Thunder. But now, again, for those of you who are new to this part of the series, this is my new little deck. It's called Earth Magic, and it is to kind of get a summation of what's gonna happen. Oh my god. I don't know if y'all saw that. Dance, celebration. Sorry, my shit cut out for some fucking reason. But we got dance and celebration for that overarching theme that we have here. And I believe, again, it's just screaming thunder. With the sun card being here, again, it means happiness. Let's go. The Nine of Pentacles, the woman's just like, like, basking in it. So I think that my cards believe that Thunder will take this game. Could be another ass whooping, because I don't see one side that's like, except for, like, when I said, you know, second quarter, and the possibility of a Grizzlies player really kicking ass. But that's not enough at the end of this. We have to see what happens. But, all right, cards have OKC. If you are not updated on what's going on, basically, Anthony Edwards was fined $50,000 today for saying, quote, my d bigger than yours, end quote. Which, to a Lakers fan, by the way, which is, I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. And for those of you who follow me on Twitter already know that I'm not really quiet about Anthony Edwards, or, like, the things that he says or what he does. And for once, I'm actually agreeing with this man. Like, I don't know, for my non-Laker fans out there, I don't know if y'all have talked with a Laker fan or tried to just, like, you know, interact with a Laker fan. They are not the easiest fans to interact with. And they'll just, like, keep going and keep going. And granted, this is not just shouting out Laker fans, but y'all are intense, okay? Y'all are a little intense that you just cannot be wrong. Whatever happens, you cannot be wrong. It's just for the league to fine Anthony for $50,000. Like, my question is, if they were in Minnesota and it was a Lakers fan talking shit to Ant, would he still have been fined? Or would Ant been like, nah, get this fan out of here, as we've seen so many athletes do in the past. So I'm just like, that's where I'm at. I don't know. It's honestly funny to me, like, that if that video hasn't circulated your social media, like, you know, look at it at Twitter, or look for it on Twitter. But it's so funny. Like, even you see even Chesel right there laughing it up too, and then fucking Rudy Gobert daps him up. So, like, it's just funny to the athletes, and I know that fan who is screaming his lungs out, he is just like, like, adamant about it. And not only that, like, I'm sure that fan thinks that he did something. So the thing that I find very, like, annoying would be when fans buy a ticket and they feel like that ticket alone gives them a green light to be the worst fucking people to athletes. And a huge example, very quickly, that I have was my best friend and I, we went to the Wizards and Nuggets game, not this season, but we went to both, but last season's game, we were pretty close to the Wizards bench. And some people behind us were just straight up, like, just, like, the shit they would say, dude, like, que poca madre, man. Like, you'll really, like, feel big and bad talking shit to a multi-million-dollar athlete? Like, the man that's winning a bunch. It's so crazy to me. It is so, I just don't understand it. A grown-ass man yelling at another grown-ass man. I can go on and on about that, but y'all just don't look like a whole man-child over there. You do not look as cool as you think you do, and you're not making the points that you think you are. So, with this being said, you know, I feel like both Ant and the fan were both very, very childish in the situation. However, fans need to stop fucking yelling at athletes, bro. You bought the ticket to watch the game. If you're gonna act like that, just... like, it's so dumb. It's so annoying to me. I feel like the fans should have gotten either kicked out or... that's a little too much. But that's what I'm saying! Like, if he were in Minnesota, would he have gotten kicked out? Or, like... no, you know... Anyways, they're both children. That's my chisme. Those are my takes on that. And now, let's get with the reading. So, the last time that they played, the Timberwolves dominated 100%. So, I also kind of understand why Anthony Edwards... but that too, bro. Like, if your team's losing... sorry, I'm just, like, so stuck on if your team is losing, you're talking shit to... bro, like, fuck, dude, just let it go. Anyways, sorry, but the Lakers did not do so well Saturday. They did lose the game. I believe Luka had 37 points. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves had 3 players that were at 20-plus points throughout the game. Anthony, Reed, and McDaniels. All, I think, 20-plus. I think McDaniels had the highest score with 25 points. So... let's see. Is that going to be a repeat today? Is it going to be, you know, Lakers come out of nowhere and do something? Again, there's the bias of me that I don't like either of these teams, but we're going to see. We're going to see what happens with this first quarter. First to come out is the 3 of Cups. This fucking card, y'all, it's been so prominent. And the sun? We got the sun here again. Lakers. Oh. Could Lakers start strong and then fuck up towards the end of the second quarter? I'm sorry, I'm speaking way too fast because I'm just like, wait a second. Reason why I'm saying this. It seems that when they walk in, and I'm getting Laker energy, not Timberwolf energy. Remember, there's some cards that just stick out for that team. I'm getting like, okay, we got this. We are more aligned today. We're going to get our shit together. They're motivated. They're happy. And then some shit happens. There's this mermaid. She looks like Santa. She's like, fuck, you know. She's focusing on the shit that went wrong versus focusing on the things that could be benefiting her. So, I wonder, Lakers come in hot. You know, they look good. Something happens in that first quarter that fucks up that trajectory or fucks up that momentum. I see Lakers energy, though. Hardcore Lakers energy first quarter. Second, wow. Sorry. My face. My face because, like, the 10 of Swords, bro. It just means heartbreak. It means backstab. It means, like, ugh. And we have the Page of Swords here, which is a young team. Young buck. However, Luka is also young. So, we talking about Luka? We talking about Ant? Who are we talking about? 8 of Cups. This fucking card. I'm sorry. There's these cards, like 3 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Which one's the other? Like the Knight and the Queen of Wands. Very, very prominent and the Page of Wands. For the second quarter, we have the Page of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. So, I am seeing... damn, Luka comes in. See, you know how in the first quarter it was overwhelmingly Laker energy? This one is very much like, fuck, like because we have 2 cards that both symbolize loss, walking away from something, getting a injury. Sorry, I think there's a possibility that someone can get injured and maybe a young player. I see an injury. maybe nothing drastic, but kind of, because I see someone walking away from something. And, like, the Ten of Swords is like, you know, you gotta be wise. You gotta look at shit from a different perspective so you're not the person that is being stabbed by 10 swords. And the Eight of Cups is you symbolizing you're walking away. Like, you have no choice but to walk away. The only outlier I have here is the Page of Wands, which makes me believe that it is a younger player. I hate throwing the fucking, like, injury shit out, but that's a possibility. I don't see fucking momentum within the game, though, which is so crazy. So I wonder if just a young player comes in and says, fuck it, we're not gonna settle in this shit, or gets hurt. Three of Pentacles. Oh, sorry. The card that I fucking resonate with, the Timberwolves, just came out, bro. So I'm like, fuck. Okay. Timberwolves come back in the third quarter. And they come back and they make it look easy. Oh, that sounds like deja vu. And the reason why I like freaked out at first was this one. When this card first came out, not in this reading, but it came out for the forecast for the series, I believe that it was LeBron. My brother-in-law, however, he said that he thought it was Anthony Edwards. And it kind of makes more sense here with the other two cards, because this one, the moon right here, Timberwolves. And here's why I think of the Timberwolves. I don't know if y'all can see. Look at these wolves right here. And, like, bitch, when I first saw that last season, oh my god, I, like, nearly cried. So, Timberwolves are taking the third quarter. Long story long. I wonder if maybe, like, the same thing that happened during last game when Ant, like, had a cramp, you know, and he had to step out for a little bit. I wonder if, like, he steps out for a second or someone else does, and then, like, Lakers, again, build that momentum. But I got the Timberwolves of the third quarter. And it's not going to be an easy third quarter. It's going to be, like, or maybe it is. Because the Seven of Wands, this guy right here, he's, like, having fun with the challenge. He's like, all right, bring it on, dude. Shit, like, I can do this in my sleep. For the fourth quarter, we have the King of Cups. The Four of Cups, who's getting emotional. Oh, my God. Sorry, two cards came. Ah! Sorry. My reactions are very genuine. They come out and I'm like, bruh, this is insane. Could fucking Lakers maybe come up with a win? I say this with the Ace of Cups being here. Ace of Cups means new beginnings, new outlook, new something. There's a lot of heavy emotion walking into this fourth quarter, and it's going to be someone who brings the team together, which could be LeBron. And the reason why, you know, King of Cups, the nickname, King James, and just like the way that the end of this reading starts to look more enlightened and more bright for the Lakers. Like the same energy that's being matched in the first quarter. So it's funny, this is the only part of the reading that has a Pentacles card. Who has home court advantage, y'all? Fucking Lakers. Okay. My cards have the Lakers winning this game by not even by barely, all right? They come in fourth quarter and win the game. Son of a bitch. This is what my cards are saying, okay? And it's the Ace of Cups. It's gonna be a good fucking half, man. That second half is gonna be good. So let's look into that. Not look into it, but let's look forward to it to see what the heck happens. But damn, it looks like it's gonna be yeah, definitely something intense. Now I'm pulling a card from this deck to sum all of this up. We have Volcano. Volatility. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Volatility. So, it could mean that things are simmering. Like, things are chill for a second, and then I don't see Luka being the one that's the... If Luka won't be the voice of reason, that's for sure. The voice of reason, I see it being LeBron. But the momentum could come from Luka out of nowhere. Or the intensity comes from a player who wasn't doing shit in the first either in the first game or in the first half. So, all right, my cards have Lakers winning tonight's game. To a lot of my Nuggets fans out there, that's probably not the news you wanted to hear, but at the same time, I feel like this series has just been an interesting one for us to watch and be spectators of. And, you know, let them tire themselves out. You know, if it goes to game 7, great. That's great. And you're just going to see how their dynamic changes. I'm really interested to see tonight's game. I, again, have Timberwolves taking the game in 6, or taking the series in 6. My cards have the Timberwolves winning. As far as the Grizzlies and the OKC Thunder goes, I have OKC in 5, and my cards also have OKC. I don't have the number predictions or like the game predictions from my cards because there hasn't been anything specifically saying like, oh, this is gonna go game 4 or game 6. You know, like nothing has really stood out like that. And when it does, I will say that because sometimes it does. It's crazy. Tarot, it's so intriguing, you know, the way that it does things. We have 3 game 2s tonight, and I am very excited to see what's gonna go down between them. Honestly, I think the most excited one or not even excited, but yes, the one I'm looking forward to see the most, again, due to the intensity, will be the Timberwolves versus the Lakers. Plus, like, when you don't like either of the teams, it's really nice to see, like, oh, okay, that's gonna, like, you know, there's not a lot of bias, you know, until it starts to get closer to when they finish the series and all that. But anyways, thank you so much again for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to anyone who might have some interest in today's games. Thank you so much, y'all. Adios.